You may have seen my earlier video on the PAM8403 3 watt plus 3 watt stereo amplifier. It's a Class D chip, and well, this arrived in the mail the other day. It cost maybe a bit over $5 US delivered, and it's another Class D digital amplifier, but this time this guy will put out 10 watts per channel, and it's based on the TA2024 IC, this little guy here. And it's got a bunch of inductors, which is a good sign because that suggests there's a bit of output filtering to avoid too many digital artifacts from the Class D amplifier, high frequency and noisy kind of artifacts. There's also these very impressive transistors here. They're 1 microfarad and they're rated at 400 volts DC. Yet this guy takes just 12 volts in as a power supply. So the smaller module I reviewed previously worked for up to 5 volts, and so it was ideal for embedding in projects that were battery operated or maybe interfaced with an Arduino or some such. With this guy, it takes 12 volts, so you know, it's a little bit more difficult to drive, I guess, but still not hard to with a simple switch mode plug pack like this. So that's what I'm using to drive it here. I've already got that connected via just a connection point here, and I've also got it hooked up to some speakers already. So the only thing that I need to do is connect some input to this, and for that there is this connection here. So it's a 3-pin connection, and it comes supplied with a short length of grey cable that's got a 3-pin matching plug like so. So I'm going to wire that up, and let's take a listen to this thing. Should be noted that this doesn't come with a potentiometer or anything to control the volume, so it's important to also wire up a potentiometer to the input so that you can turn the volume up and down. So I'll be doing that as well. I've got everything wired up now, so I've got some salvage speakers here, which you'll have to do. Wired up to these 4 terminals here on the green terminal block, from my 12 volts coming in here from the switch mode power supply. And now I've got this grey cable that's terminated in the 3-pin plug connected to a potentiometer, so I can turn the volume up and down coming from an MP3 player that's dangling off to the side now. So nothing left to do but to give it a bit of a go. Let's have a listen. Okay, here's another song. Let's see how this one goes. So what I'd say about it is that I think it sounds pretty good actually. I'm pretty impressed with this. Let's have a bit of a feel. So this is getting a little bit warm, particularly if I hold my finger on it, but it's a warm evening here in Australia tonight. So might need a little heatsink there, glued down with a bit of heatsink plaster, but apart from that I'm pretty happy with this module. Maybe doesn't go as loud as I thought it might, but that said, with the volume right up, the audio quality sounds good, so it's clearly not going into clipping, and maybe inserting a little preamplifier between the MP3 player and this amplifier board might just let you squeeze a bit more loudness out of it, but certainly enough for a really comfortable background and even quite loud listening. So yeah, pretty happy with this. Who can complain for $5 or so?